Hello fam, it's PNG Rindo here, and today I wanted to share with you my recommendation, so to speak, of anime that's just so full of love and wholesomeness. A really good, nice show to watch if you're feeling stressed out, sad, or if you just have some time to kill and if you're just looking for something to just watch and enjoy purely out of the goodness, or if you're looking for something cute and wholesome, right? And this is the Winter 2023 edition. So with that being said, let's take a look, right? Up first, we have this one right here. This particular anime has a lot of slow and chill moments, especially if you noticed, or if you notice it from the background music that it plays. It's really you can feel the subtlety of mediocrity, I guess, or the subtlety of just plain and simple, right? It's not in fact, there's nothing really too dramatic of a conflict that would happen in this particular anime, except for some moments, but that will just pass by soon, right? And the whole point of this is, I guess, just to feel the pure romance between the two couples, right? The heroine, for that matter, is truly an angel. I absolutely love her character, and this is a story, an anime rather, where it shows that they really got together in the end. Finally, I mean, at the end of the episode, I wish there were more. I guess that's the only flaw that I see in this, that right at the very end, that's just when they got together, and we don't see anything beyond that. But I guess let's just let our imagination take over, right? Or continue from the original source material, right? Up next, another farming isekai. Right now, the last season, right, there was another show, an fantasy rather, that has that sort of farming element to it. But I really didn't like it because it felt too, it just not distasteful, but rather just felt too much, I suppose, right? The protagonist was a nut job, an absolute addict to farming and the like, and I guess I don't like its approach. But with this one in particular, right, it approaches more than just farming, right? In fact, it doesn't really have farming primarily, right, as its core, but it expands more than just farming, because it also includes a lot of aspects such as the architecture, the commerce and trading business and the like. So there's a whole lot of that, and I guess that's what I really appreciate about this particular series. In fact, I've read the manga of this before, and I was truly captivated by its whole, Minecraft-like story narrative. And upon watching the anime, it really did deliver. I was quite happy with its sort of approach, because it may look like a harem because of how many heroines or girls are there in the story, right? I mean, I was expecting that there's gonna be some those moments, but it isn't. It feels like it isn't, because the protagonist has other things occupied in his mind, like taking care of his village. But with that being said, there was a baby at the end of this the end of this show, right? Which implies that yes, the protagonist really did get to, or the protagonist and this particular heroine, the vampire, really got together and produced or gave life, right, to this offspring, and it's cute. I like it. I'm so amazed by this collection of anime series in this winter 2023, because of its just wholesome aspect, and the fact that heroines left and right are getting together, which I'll explain later on, and if you'll see from the rest of this recommendation, right? So yeah, overall, it's just a peaceful, slow life type of isekai series, and I can't stay mad at it. Right next, we have another isekai series, this time about campfire cooking, right? So with this one, it really emphasizes a lot on the food or the cooking aspect, which is absolutely fantastic. In fact, in YouTube, from Mappa, I believe, in Mappa's channel, they have this sort of demonstration or a comparison, right, where they did the cooking in real life. There's one where it's also the rough draft of the animation, and then the final animation itself. So all of these cooking working techniques are really truly based on real life, and I just absolutely love that. Although there are some fantasy elements to it, the similarities such as this particular monster being similar to pork, chicken, beef, or whatever is nice that they have that. So yeah, slow life campfire essence is strong, and this is just my own picking, but I really need more scenes with the goddesses and Sui, which is the cute little slime there, and just a lot of potential this has. I wish it has a second season. Another one, Chilling in My 30s, right? It's a pretty long title, and the entire story of it is kind of well paced. The aspect of it being another type of slow life, right? Retired from Demon King's army or whatnot. It's quite similar to another show, another fantasy show, a couple of seasons ago, which is the left the heroes party and opened the pharmacy, something like that. But with this one, right, I sort of like the approach that the protagonist really did marry his wife, and they started a family, which was wholesome and nice. And apart from that, the whole family, not only in the sense of family between the protagonist and the wife, right, but also between the protagonist and the one who raised him, and so much more, right? I won't spoil into that whole arena, because I feel like that's sort of a good revelation to have, especially to really enjoy, to allow you to enjoy this type of story. Buddy Daddies, one of my other favorite animes was the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, right? And what I love about that whole thing is the wholesome interaction, or wholesome relationship combo pair, right, of a dangerous, or supposedly dangerous individual and an innocent individual, right? So danger x innocent. And so with this one, right, I feel like that's certainly the case, but it takes it to a whole new, family level compared to Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, right? Of course, they each both have their own strengths, right? Because it takes different perspectives to their story, right? For Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, Yaika, who is the innocent of the pair, right, is aware to some degree of what Kirishima, or her family rather, is involved in, right? But she doesn't really fully know how dangerous Kirishima, or the caretaker, or the danger element, right, can be. And with Buddy Daddies, right, Miri, who is the innocent in this one, is completely innocent and oblivious, and she's just her in her own world, right? My pace, or something like that. It's absolutely adorable, and with that, there's a lot of cute moments, especially not only from Miri's reaction, but also towards the family. I absolutely love how doting Kazuki, the blonde guy, can be, and of course how I guess in the same mental capacity, or the same vibe that oh my gosh, Ray has with Miri. Ray being the dark-haired fellow with a scary glare. But yeah, this sort of anime just feels so full of love and wholesomeness and cuteness that I just love it. And I'm sorry for this hot take, but Miri, in my opinion, is greater than Anya in some aspects. Okay, hear me out, right? It's especially the way I look at it is especially considering how Miri exerts more, or exhibits more, of that cuteness of a kid, right? And with Anya, of course, her strengths are different because she has this psychic ability, which is why most of the time some of her quirks can be just a loose cannon, so to speak, and that's good in its own. But you can't go too wrong as well with a plain, simple, innocent child who's just having fun, who's really out there, right? Who's just really having fun with these two individuals who she calls dad. And the way Buddy Daddy ends, especially, I'm happy with it. I am truly happy with it. One thing though is that the whole problem was resolved quicker than I imagined. It was anticlimactic, so to speak, but either way, so long as the way that it ended truly did end up like that, right, with all of them being safe, then I am happy with that, and I wish this has a second season. Next finally rather, Tomo-chan is a girl. Right now, This one, fam, I I can appreciate a good tomboyish character, right? Heroine rather. In fact, it's I absolutely love that whole character trait to a heroine, right? I think you should have more of those, and especially if you applied it to a delinquent heroine, then I think it would be better. So the thing with Tomo-chan is that it really has this awesome couple dynamic between the two love interests, right? And there's not too heavy of a drama. Most of the time, I would just find it to be a lot of screaming. Most of the time, a lot of punching, slapstick comedy, so to speak, right? And I love it, And of course, at the end, in this particular anime, they get together at the end. So I wish that they would continue more of it, but no, it didn't. It just stopped right there. But the journey to leading, right? The journey leading to the confession between Tomo and June is absolutely nice. I think I find it to be well paced, rather, right? Because yes, there's a lot of things going on between the two of them, and we get to see more of their sides, which helps us explain, why the other can be stubborn, right? And how one of the other can truly express their feelings in the right way, or when they can really have true conviction to express their feelings, especially towards the side of June, because June has his own thing going on. The man's full of rules, I guess, or his own principles, and I think that's fine. Tomo, on the other hand, just like I want to date him so bad, which that in itself is not bad as well. And the whole clashing between them, just sort of back and forth between who's really the one who wants the most, who wants to really get together the most, right? It's nice. There's also the moments when June gets flustered, and that's cool as well. And overall, this is just a really fun romantic comedy to watch, and I love it. So fam, thank you for listening to my recommendations for really good animes to watch in the winter 2023 edition, right? And yeah, I hope you give them a try, and I hope you love them as much as I do as well. And with that being said, take care, family.